What's up, everyone? Finally back filming, and today I'm on the Fuji fixed, and this is the steepest hill on this trail, so hold on. Finally get a little bit of speed. It's just always uphill, that's all you're running into, so really not going too fast. I know you're not supposed to shoot in the sun, but I don't know if you can see that dusty haze that's over the city. That's probably why I have lung problems. Still worth the ride out here though. So apparently this road I'm on had a sign that says downtown to Red Rock Bike Trail. You gotta be out of your mind riding in downtown. In case if everyone's wondering how I'm mounting my phone, it's the mouse mount. But my phone has coming off a few times in like low speed crashes, but even hitting a bump just this morning it came off. But that's why on the case I have a tether on it just in case, because I don't trust it 100%. I mean it's pretty good, but it has coming off a few times. Right now this is my setup. I put a brake on because, you know, there's just too many hills out here that whoops. There's just too many hills that are just so steep that I'm not willing to risk the health of my knees just to ride brakeless. So I just put a brake on there. And then I also put a second water bottle mount attached to my saddle because, of course, the one catch with this frame is there's no mounts on the seat tube there. And the brake is actually a Diacomp single pivot, and it actually is pretty good. I mean, I don't know how much more braking power you want. I'm rocking the Continental contact speed tires. They're 28C. The tube inside said 18 to 25C. It works. There hasn't been any issues yet, so I'm sure you can fudge the numbers a little bit. It's almost 8 o'clock and it's probably over 90 degrees Fahrenheit right now. But this is my key into riding in these extreme heats. Actual water fountains in different parks. So you got to plot your route to jump from park to park. Look how glistening I am, geez. Like a greasy donut. I already just filled up my water bottles. And another thing is when you fill them up, drink some of them. I'm serious. Like just filling them up's not going to be good enough. You have to drink pretty much a bottle and a half, maybe 2 bottles before filling up and then going. But since I'm filled up, I think I'm going to go to Red Rock. A lot of people diss the flat bar on the fixed gear because it's not aero. But it's like, if I gotta get aero, I just tuck in like this. Hopefully you can tell by my shadow, but like this works totally fine. I mean, fixed gear is not the most efficient way of bicycle riding anyway, so. What's good is the incline to Red Rock entrance and overlook is just steep enough to where I can get out of the saddle and pedal. And it's actually more comfortable than sitting with this gear combination. But of course, what helps so much is the flat bars. another thing that I go by is, especially in this heat, your mouth dries out pretty quickly. And then to me, that's the time to drink some water, whether it just be one gulp or so. But once it starts to dry out, yeah, start drinking, because then you won't be able to talk. You hear that? There's actually nothing to hear, because this is why I ride here all the time. Occasionally a car will come by, of course, but it's a great break from the city in regards to sound, because it's just always so loud in the middle of Las Vegas. But I passed the entrance, and I'm just gonna check the bike just a little bit. When I built this bike, the first few rides, of course, the chainring bolts came a little loose. I just checked them all. I just wanted to make sure they weren't loose. And this one was a tiny bit, but the rest are okay. Another thing to check is, because it's a single pivot brake, sometimes one of the pads will just stay against the rim. So it's another thing with single pivots. You gotta just always check them. But what's good with those single pivot brakes is you don't have to center them, so they're self-centering. Of course, another key is to have a summer kit. And even though this is black, I want to represent Lucas Brunel, because he got me into riding, especially fixed gear when I first started. But here, check this out. That's pretty much this section, and it's a really thin kit, so I get a lot of airflow, so it feels really good in the summer. What has improved my experience in the summertime too is wearing the arm covers and wearing the leg covers too. To the fire station. At least there's EMTs and stuff out here. You know, a big thing that happens out here too is when you're sweating, you're just not gonna prevent it from dripping inside of your sunglasses. So if you have super nice sunglasses, I wouldn't really wear it out here. That's why I'm not wearing some of my Alpinas. And I'm wearing these cheapo $12 knockoff Oakleys. Because once that greasy sweat gets inside the lens, it takes forever to clean. There's this community by the Red Rock route you would take to get to the entrance. And there's some killer hill climbs out here. The only thing is bike lanes near the road, so once that rush hour time comes, 9 or 5 I should say, it gets a little hectic. I forgot one more thing. What helps me is when pumping my tires up, I usually go about 5 to 10 PSI below what I want. Because it's so hot, the air expands in there and it's gonna pretty much be at the PSI you want in like 20 minutes of riding out in this heat. And once again, I know from experience where I used to pump them up to where I wanted to back in the 23C days. And yeah, my tires would pop because it was so hot. Now I want to conclude this video making a point that I'm not immune to this heat. I mean, right now we're a little past 9 o'clock. It's just over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I've already been riding for maybe like almost 2 hours. I'm starting to feel my body wind down. So it's just knowing your body, know your limit. And you know, I'm heading back home, and I really don't have any more watering holes to go to at a park, so I'm running out of water and just gotta cruise on back. Luckily it's mostly downhill, so hopefully this video wasn't all over the place, but I'll get my flow with filming again because I moved to a new place and now all I have is hills, so I ride the fixed gear less, but I still gotta reveal my 1991-92 Performance Vitesse road bike, so changed it a little bit. But thanks for tuning in and hope you enjoy the video.